For centuries, the secrets of ancient Egypt were locked away, hidden in mysterious hieroglyphs no one could read. The walls of tombs, obelisks, and papyrus scrolls were covered in these beautiful symbols, but their meaning was lost. Scholars stared at pictures of birds, snakes, and suns, wondering, were these just drawings or did they represent sounds and words? The language of the Pharaohs was a puzzle with no key, a library full of books in an unbreakable code. Without understanding, the names of rulers, prayers to gods, and stories of daily life faded into silence. Hieroglyphs were more than just pictures. They mixed words, sounds, and clues called determinatives, making the code even harder to crack. For nearly 2,000 years, no one could read them. As Egypt changed, the knowledge vanished, and people began to believe the symbols were magical, not a real language. The true stories of Ramses, Cleopatra, and Tutankhamun waited in silence. The world needed a key to unlock this lost civilization. The stage was set for one of history's greatest detective stories. All it needed was a clue, and that clue was about to be found. In 1799, a French soldier named Bouchard, working near the town of Rosetta, uncovered a large stone slab while repairing a fort. The stone was covered in 3 blocks of writing, one in mysterious hieroglyphs, one in a flowing script called Demotic, and one in ancient Greek. Bouchard realized the Greek text could be the key to understanding the others. The stone was quickly recognized as a treasure by the scholars with Napoleon's army. They named it the Rosetta Stone and made copies to send across Europe. When the British defeated the French, the stone was taken to London and displayed in the British Museum. News of the Rosetta Stone's 3 scripts spread quickly. Scholars everywhere were captivated by the challenge. If the Greek and Egyptian texts matched, the code could finally be broken. The race to unlock the secrets of ancient Egypt had begun. Who would be the first to solve the riddle? The world watched as the greatest detective story of the age unfolded. The Silent Kingdom was about to speak. The Rosetta Stone was a bridge between worlds, carved in 196 BC to honor Pharaoh Ptolemy V. Its top section was in hieroglyphs, the sacred script of temples and monuments. The middle was Demotic, the everyday writing of the Egyptian people. The bottom was ancient Greek, the language of Egypt's rulers at the time. Scholars could read the Greek, which explained the stone's purpose and confirmed all 3 scripts said the same thing. This was a breakthrough, a parallel text, like having a translation key. The Greek text described the king's deeds and decreed the message be written in all 3 scripts. Now, for the first time, scholars could compare the known Greek with the unknown Egyptian scripts. But the hieroglyphs remained a complex puzzle. Were they pictures, sounds, or both? The Rosetta Stone offered the lock, the key, and the instructions. All that was needed was someone clever enough to turn the key. The code was within reach. The world waited for a genius to solve it. The Rosetta Stone's discovery sparked a fierce race between 2 brilliant minds. Thomas Young, an English scientist, approached the puzzle with logic and caution. Jean-François Champollion, a passionate French linguist, devoted his life to ancient Egypt. Young worked in London, focusing on the Demotic script and identifying royal names in cartouches. Champollion, in France, studied ancient languages and believed hieroglyphs could represent sounds. Their rivalry was fueled by national pride and the thrill of discovery. Each man chipped away at the mystery, sharing some ideas but guarding their secrets. The world watched as they raced to unlock the silent language of the Pharaohs. The final breakthrough was close. Thomas Young made the first real breakthrough. He noticed that royal names in the Greek text matched groups of hieroglyphs inside oval cartouches. By comparing the name Ptolemy, he identified the symbols for P, T, and M. Young proved that some hieroglyphs represented sounds, not just ideas. However, he believed this phonetic system was only used for foreign names. Despite this mistake, Young's work was groundbreaking. He published his findings, opening the door for others. Young's detective work provided the crucial clues for the next codebreaker. The foundation was set for a final leap. Champollion took Young's discoveries and pushed further. He compared cartouches from the Rosetta Stone and other monuments, matching names like Ptolemy and Cleopatra. By lining up the shared letters, he built a true alphabet of hieroglyphs. The real breakthrough came when he read a cartouche with the sun symbol followed by two S's. Using his knowledge of Coptic, he guessed the name was Ramses, Ra-M-S-S. For the first time in centuries, a native Egyptian name was read aloud. Overwhelmed, Champollion ran to his brother shouting, "I've got it!" He proved that hieroglyphs were a mix of sounds, symbols, and clues for all words, not just foreign names. The code was finally broken. The silent kingdom could speak again. Champollion's passion and persistence had solved the mystery. The detective story had its hero. Egypt's lost voices were about to return. Champollion's discovery was like lifting a magical veil from Egypt's past. Suddenly, the walls of temples and tombs spoke, revealing stories of pharaohs, battles, and daily life. Egyptology became a true science, as scholars could finally translate ancient texts. They read poems, medical records, and legal documents piecing together Egypt's history. The names of Tutankhamun, Ramses, and Cleopatra were no longer mysteries. The Rosetta Stone had fulfilled its promise, connecting us to a lost world. The detective story that began with a soldier's discovery ended with a triumph for all humanity. Today, museum guides can read the names and prayers on ancient coffins, thanks to the code breakers. The Rosetta Stone stands as a symbol of curiosity, connection, and the power of human intellect. Egypt's silent kingdom had awakened, its stories echo across the centuries. All because of one remarkable stone. The voices of ancient Egypt are with us again,